Very good afternoon to all of you, my dear students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today I am here for your second lecture, which we were delivering on a topic light. So, first of all, I am requesting the online viewers who are watching my video, please do subscribe my channel to get the notification of all the related videos which I am uploading day by day. So, as you all know, in previous lecture we have completed basic definition of life. We have also completed basic terms. Besides, we have completed the reflection and its laws. And also we have discussed deviation. As you know, we are here studying the chapter from your syllabus, which is light. So let us start our today's lecture by discussing a basic numerical which will just clear your previous concepts regarding the reflection, laws of reflection and deviation. So numerical is if a ray of light is incident on a plane of a plane mirror at an angle of 30 degrees. Find out the angle of the reflection and also deviation. बच्चा फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक न्यूमेरिकल करने का एक तरीका है. सबसे पहले हमें न्यूमेरिकल में डेटा जो दिया हुआ है उसको रीड आउट कर. मीन्स वी शुड नो द गिवन डेटा. वी हैव अ रे ऑफ लाइट which is incident, means incident ray of light at an angle of 30 degrees. And what we have to find? Angle of reflection and deviation. Here I will suggest to you, whenever you will came through any numerical related to the chapter light, first of all try to draw the ray diagram so that you can put your given data on the ray diagram, which will give you clear view that how we can find out which we are asking in any number. तो हमने क्या करना है, हमें सबसे पहले एक रे डायग्राम बनाते हैं जिससे हमें पता चले कि हमारे पास जो डेटा है वो किस तरह दिया गया है, so that हमें जो निकालना है वो हम आसानी से निकाल. This is the basic and fundamental rule to answer any numerical related to the chapter. So here we are going to draw the ray diagram. Suppose if this is the interface. ठीक है बच्चे. Suppose जो हमें क्वेश्चन में बताया गया है an incident ray. Suppose this is the incident ray. ये हमारी इंसिडेंट रे जिसको एक प्लेन मिरर पे ड्रा किया गया, प्लेन मिरर पे इंसिडेंट किया गया, मीन्स जो हमारा इंटरफेस है वो है प्लेन मिरर, राइट। होता क्या है बच्चा, ये जो प्लेन मिरर है, ऑब्वियसली this plane mirror will change the path of this incident ray and will reflect back in the same way जो हमने पिछले वाले लेक्चर में सीखा। तो आई वुड कॉल दिस रिफ्लेक्टेड रे। And when we draw the ray diagram, कल भी मैंने बताया बच्चों, हमने क्या करना है, हमने एक नॉर्मल ड्रा करना है, कहां पे, पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस। पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस वो पॉइंट होता है जहां पे हमारी इंसिडेंट रे और रिफ्लेक्टेड रे मीट हो। So let us draw a norm. Suppose this is the norm. Let us mark some letters so that we could understand the geometry of this ray. Suppose here this is A, here this point is B, here this point is B. Let's suppose this normal is here and so. If I will extend this incident ray on its path, here we will get an angle which you all know is that deviation, and this angle which the incident ray makes with the normal is incidence, and this angle which the reflected ray makes with the normal is angle of. Now we have to look back to our numerical that which data we have given. We have an incident ray of light, which is this. We have a plane mirror, which is this, and we have an angle. Here, बच्चा यहाँ पे अक्सर गलती करते हैं, वो क्या समझते हैं, इंसिडेंट रे है तो इंसिडेंस एंगल दिया, लेकिन यहाँ पे साफ तौर पे बताया गया है ऑन ए प्लेन ऑफ प्लेन मिरर, मीन्स किसके साथ एंगल बना रहा है, प्लेन, ओके, विद द प्लेन, द प्लेन, ओके, is incident with a plane of plane mirror at an angle of 30. तो हमारा ये जो एंगल है, ये गिवन डेटा है, it is 30, which we know is the glancing angle. Sometimes you may be asked that if a ray of light is incident with a plane of a plane mirror at a glancing angle of 30 degrees, means same figure will be drawn for that. Glancing angle is actually the angle which the incident ray makes with the plane of any interface, whether it is a plane mirror, whether it is any polished. Now, by applying simple geometry, we can calculate the angle of reflection, which we are asked to find. So, here I will start to solve this numeric step by step. What we can do, let us suppose here is a point C. If I will say the angle NP and C, angle NPC is equal to 90. Why? Because NP is normal on CD plane. करेक्ट ना? मतलब कि अगर ये जो NP है ये नॉर्मल है इस सरफेस पे, तो ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे जो एंगल सबटेंड होगा वो होगा 90 डिग्री, राइट? मतलब गर्ल्स की अगर मैं किसी भी प्लेन पे कोई नॉर्मल ड्रा करता हूं तो वहां पे जो हमारा एंगल आ जाता है दैट इज 90 डिग्री। अंडरस्टैंड? तो now almost our numerical is done. Now I have to just simplify this so that I could reach to my desired question, that angle of reflection. So if I will see this angle NPC, it is made up of two angles. One is angle of incidence and another is the glancing angle. So I can say that this angle is equal to angle NPA plus angle APC, which is equal to 90. Now I have to just put the given data and I will get my answer. Here we know that this NPA, it is actually angle of incidence. And what is this angle? APC, it is actually the given angle, which is glancing angle, which is equal to 30. So here we can calculate the angle of incidence, which will be equal to 90 minus 30 equal to 60 degree. So here I can say angle of incidence is equal to 60. Now, as I have been asked to find out the reflection angle or angle of reflection, I will apply the law of reflection that we know, or because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, which implies that here you can say by law of reflection. Here you can say angle of reflection is equal to 60 degree. Means one part of our numerical is solved. Okay. Now we have to find the deviation. For deviation, if I look to the ray diagram which I have made, जो मैंने ray diagram यहाँ पे बनाई है, angle of deviation is this. If I will mark this x, suppose here is it, I will call the angle of deviation XP and B, which I have to find. But if I will ignore all the lines, if I will ignore this normal, this reflected ray, this mirror, and I will consider only this line which is like this. Here is X, here is point P, here is point E. If I will ask you what is the angle on point P, you all know it is equal to 180 degree. So I can apply this geometrical relation to find out my angle of deviation. To find the angle of deviation, I would say because this angle XP and A is equal to 180 degree, right? But this angle XPA is made up of three angles. This deviation angle is angle 1. This reflected angle, which is angle 2. And this incident angle, which is angle 3. So I can simplify this angle by saying that it is equal to angle XPB PB plus angle BPN plus angle NPA which is equal to 180 degree. Here I can simplify it more by just putting the values of all the angles. Angle XPB, which is nothing but angle of deviation. Angle BPN, which is nothing but angle of reflection, plus angle NPA, which is nothing but angle of incidence, which is equal to 180 degree. Here I can solve it for the deviation. It will come out 180 minus angle of reflection plus angle of incidence. And when I will put the values, I will get 180 minus angle of reflection is 60 degree. Angle of incidence is also 60 degree. So here I will get the answer 120 minus 180 minus 120, which will come out 60. So here the value comes out 60 degree, means it is deviated by an angle which is equal to 60 degree, which we were asked. And angle of reflection comes out also 60 degree, which we were asked. So here we solve this numerical by applying just the basic concepts of law of reflection and basic geometry. Here basic geometry and just law of reflection to find out our angle of reflection. And this is the basic procedure to solve this. Now the question comes, अगर यही न्यूमेरिकल मुझे नीट या जेई में सॉल्व करनी हो तो how I could answer this as fast as I could. For that I will solve like this. I know this glancing angle is actually equal to 90 minus angle of reflection. Glancing angle is equal to 90 minus angle. I will apply this. Glancing angle is equal to 30 degree, 90 degree minus angle of incidence. Here angle of incidence will come out 60. And we know that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So our reflection angle will come out 60 degree. So for the angle of deviation, we should know the formula that delta is always equal to 180 minus angle of incidence plus angle of reflection. Apply this formula and get the answer. Here we know and deviation is equal to 180 minus twice of angle of incidence or 180 minus twice of angle. We know the angle of reflection or we know the angle of incidence. We can firstly calculate that deviation comes out 60. So this is the shortcut for our JE and NEET aspirants to follow such kind of numerical. So we started our lecture by just following this basic and fundamental simple numerical. Here I will also mention one thing for our NEET and JE aspirants, that if we are said that we have two mirrors, sometimes it is asked in JE and NEET examination that if we have two mirrors held at an angle of theta, किसी भी एंगल पे उनको हेल्ड किया हुआ है For example, I have a mirror. जिनको एक एंगल पे हेल्ड किया हुआ है. I cannot draw the 3D diagram. Here you can imagine that these are the two mirrors held at an angle to. It is oftenly asked this numerical that if we have two mirrors held at an angle theta, find out the deviation. Same question, deviation. We have to find here the deviation, delta. There, for the single mirror, you know the angle of deviation is equal to 180 minus twice of angle of incidence or twice of angle of reflection. This is for the single mirror. But let me here clear that अगर हमें यही पूछा गया, but we have two mirrors held at an angle theta, we have to apply the formula for delta, that 360 degree minus twice of theta. Remember this formula and you can solve every kind of formula, every kind of numerical which is asked for two mirrors. If you are given any angle 60 degree, 30 degree, 90 degree, whatever angle you are given by which the two mirrors are held, and you have to find the deviation, you cannot apply this formula. For that you have to apply this formula, which is 36 degree minus twice of theta. You have to just put the value of theta and you will get the answer, angle of deviation. Here sometimes objective is asked that if we have mirrors held at an angle of 90 degree, what will be the path often asked? What will be the path of the reflected ray? जो यहां से रे आई फिर से वो दूसरे मिरर पे रिफ्लेक्ट हुई, वहां से वो फाइनली रिफ्लेक्ट हो गई, तो उसका पाथ क्या हो? You have to remember this. When we have an angle theta, when two mirrors are held at an angle of 90 degree, so the path will be, means the reflected ray, जो रिफ्लेक्टेड रे होगी हमारी, that will be parallel to the इंसिडेंट रे. जो हमारी रिफ्लेक्टेड रे होगी वो पैरेलल होगी हमारी इंसिडेंट रे की. मींस आपको इस तरह भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है कि इफ वी हैव टू मिरर्स हेल्ड एट एन एंगल ऑफ 90 डिग्री, ओके, फाइंड द डेविएशन. फर्स्ट वी हैव टू फाइंड द डेविएशन, देन you will be asked what will be the path of the reflected ray. Reflected ray का path होगा parallel to the incident ray. For example, if I have a mirror here, another mirror held here at an angle of 90 degree, this is mirror 1, this is mirror 2. If I will strike this incident ray on this mirror, it will get reflected to the other mirror and it will go parallel to the incident. जो यहाँ पे हमारी इंसिडेंट रे का पाथ था, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे का भी वही पाथ होगा. Remember, for the JE and NEET as aspirants. Okay. Another objective which is being asked that if we have, let me rub this question. अगर यही जो डेविएशन, ये जो एंगल है, जो थीटा है टू मिरर्स के दरमियान, वो है 60 डिग्री. या समटाइम्स यू विल बी आस्क्ड दैट two mirrors are held at an angle of 60 degree. Find the angle of deviation. For that, you know 360 minus twice of theta. You will get the answer, right? Then you will be asked what will be the path of the reflected ray. Here, I will held the two mirrors at an angle of 60 degree. 60 degree. It won't be accurate, but assume that I have two mirrors M1 and M2 at an angle of 60 degree. What will be the path of our reflected ray? Here the path will be, here also one more thing will be mentioned, that the incident ray parallel to the second mirror is incident on the first mirror, then it will get reflected and get reflected. So if we get an incident ray which is parallel to the first mirror, right, it will get reflect here and it will go parallel but reflected ray. This will be our incident ray. Okay, got it? ये हमारी इंसिडेंट रे आई, मिरर फर्स्ट पे स्ट्राइक हुई, देन मिरर सेकंड पे स्ट्राइक हुई, सेकंड रिफ्लेक्शन. दिस इज द केस ऑफ मल्टीपल रिफ्लेक्शन. देन इट विल गो बैक टू द सेम मीडियम. बट हियर इफ एंगल इज गिवन 60 डिग्री, path of our reflected ray will be again parallel, but this time parallel with the mirror or first mirror or the mirror on which incident ray was जिस मिरर पे हमने इंसिडेंट रे को पहले स्ट्राइक किया है, उसी मिरर के पैरेलल जाएगी हमारी रिफ्लेक्टेड. ओके, so these are the important points for NEET and JEE point of view. Okay बच्चा, I think this is all about the reflection, laws of reflection. Onwards, I will give some more important points related to your JEE and other competitive exams. But let us move on our today's topic, which is mirror. You all know we have mirrors at our home, at our house, at our offices, in our schools, in vehicles, in shops, everywhere. You know, हर जगह कहीं ना कहीं पे हमें रोज मिरर दिखी जाए. तो अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं ये मिरर होता क्या है, इस मिरर की डेफिनेशन क्या है, तो इन simple words I will say mirror is a piece of glass. एक मिरर जो है वो एक पीस ऑफ गिलास मीन्स एक गिलास का टुकड़ा है. बट द क्वेश्चन अराइजेस दैट कि जो मिरर, जो गिलास हमारे विंडो पे लगा हुआ है, जो गिलास हमारे बेडरूम में, बाथरूम में, और वी हैव अ सेपरेट मिरर, उस गिलास में और उस विंडो के गिलास में फर्क. द आंसर इज दैट एक्चुअली on window we have only piece of glass, but mirror we have a piece of glass with coating. आपने कभी शीशा तोड़ा होगा, तो जब आपने वो शीशा तोड़ा, बॉक्स से निकाल के आपने देखा होगा, पीछे उसकी एक परत चढ़ी है, उसको हम बचा बोलते हैं कोटिंग। वो जो कोटिंग है, अब क्वेश्चन है व्हाट काइंड ऑफ कोटिंग। अगर मैं एक पीस ऑफ गिलास लेता हूँ, मेरे ये विंडो से मैं कोई भी गिलास लेता हूँ, ठीक है, तो अगर मैं बाहर जाके थोड़ी सी मिट्टी उसको वाटर में पेस्ट बना के पीछे उसको रब करूं, तो क्या मेरा मिरर बन जाएगा? द आंसर इज नो, उससे मिरर नहीं बनेगा बच्चे। क्यों? बिकॉज वी नीड कोटिंग which will reflect almost 99%. No doubt you will get a mirror, but on that mirror you can't get the clear image. So for best coating we use metals. So this coating is actually made up of metal. In short, actually we use metal coating. Okay, हम क्या यूज करते हैं? मेटल कोटिंग। लेकिन अब सवाल है, वी हैव अ नंबर ऑफ मेटल्स इन आवर पीरियोडिक टेबल, so we can get any kind of mirror. But your answer is simple and basic, that we have to use those metals which are best of all metals in terms of reflection. एक्चुअली अगर हमें मिरर बनाना ही है, तो पर्पस हमारा है कि जो हमारी रिफ्लेक्शन हो जाए वो सबसे ज्यादा। तो सब मेटल को यूज नहीं कर सकते हम, उनमें से वो मेटल यूज करेंगे जो हमारे बेस्ट रिफ्लेक्टर। तो among those metals we have aluminum, there is silver, nitrate, one more is gold. So we have these common metals which are often used to make the mirrors. So if you go to market, if you have to bring a mirror, तो आपको 10 या 15 या 20 रुपए में एक सस्ता सा मिरर मिलेगा। लेकिन जब आप उस मिरर के पीछे देखोगे, उसमें एल्युमिनियम कोटिंग लगी है, ठीक है। ये एल्युमिनियम कोटिंग्स इसलिए लगी होती है बिकॉज एल्युमिनियम इज cheapest. Right? Then अगर आप दूल्हा दुल्हन उनके बेडरूम में, ड्रेसिंग रूम में, इन मेकअप रूम्स, you will see the mirrors of silver nitrate. They are neither so cheap nor so expensive. They are in between. Means they are moderate. Costly. And finally, if you want more expensive mirror, then you can buy a mirror which has a gold coating behind it and which is costlier. Actually, we are using the metals for our coating because metals are the best reflectors. And among those metals, commonly used metals are aluminum, silver nitrate, and gold. Depending upon the cost in market, there are available aluminum mirrors, silver nitrate, and gold coated mirrors. Okay. Now here I have one more question, that a mirror is made up of a glass slab, right? Glass slab. And behind that glass slab, we have a coating, a metal coating. the question arises here. In a mirror, if all the reflections are taking place behind at the coating, means we are using the metal coats for our reflection, means our image is formed at the coating, then what is the purpose of this glass? Why we use this glass slab in our mirrors? जबकि हमें पता है ये जो कोटिंग है एक्चुअल रिफ्लेक्शन तो कोटिंग पे है। द आंसर इज दैट ये जो गिलास का एक स्लैब होता है, अगर आप अपने किचन में देखोगे वहां पे आपको एल्युमिनियम फाइल है। अगर उस एल्युमिनियम फाइल को आप पूरा स्ट्रेट रखोगे तो यू विल फाइंड आउट दैट उस एल्युमिनियम फाइल पे भी आपकी इमेज बन जाती है। बट द डिफरेंस इज दैट we cannot put that aluminum foil so straight and we cannot get a clear image. We get the image, but that image is diminished and blurred. So that is why we are using this glass slab to make our coating straight as much as possible. बच्चा समटाइम्स आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि अगर कोटिंग पे इमेज बनती है तो इस गिलास का एक्चुअल पर्पस क्या है? हम ये तो नहीं कह सकते कि गिलास पे इमेज बनती है। अगर गिलास पे इमेज बनती तो जो गिलास हमारे विंडोज में लगा हुआ होता है तो उस पे भी इमेज बनती। एक्चुअली इस गिलास में होता क्या है? रिफ्रैक्शन होती है। रिफ्लेक्शन तो गिलास में होती ही नहीं। एक्चुअल रिफ्लेक्शन हैपन्स behind at the coating, but to keep this coating straight so that we get clear image, that is why we are using this glass slab. All clear? Very good. So we conclude that if we have to define a mirror, mirror is nothing but a piece of glass having metal coating behind it so that we can get a pure or a clear image. This is the definition of mirror. Now here comes the classification of mirrors. As we know, mirrors are of two types. One are plane mirrors and other category is spherical mirror. So plane mirror again is nothing but a piece of glass having metal coating. But this plane glass is cut out straight. जब आप अपने बाथरूम, बेडरूम और एनीवेयर when you see a plane mirror, आप एक स्ट्रेट शीट ऑफ गिलास देखोगे जिसके पीछे सिर्फ एक मेटल कोटिंग की गई हो। Now spherical mirrors are also the glass with metal coating behind or in front. It depends upon the subcategories of spherical. But why are called the spherical mirror? Actually, in a machine shop, what we do, we just take a sphere and cut a section from that sphere. Suppose I cut a section of M and M dash. So I will get this section as like this. And this section is called spherical surface. If we cut a section from sphere, that section is termed as spherical surface. And then we coat it either outside or we coat it either inside. So we have two options for the spherical mirrors: to coat it either outside, to coat it either inside. Depending upon the coating, we have two categories. One is concave spherical mirror and another is convex spherical mirror. Actually, what happens, bacha? Why these are called spherical mirrors? You can answer this like as we cut a section from sphere to make our glass, to make our mirror. That's why they are called spherical mirror. What happens actually in machine shop? We take a sphere, then we just put a sand or any mold in a die, then we put that spherical section which we have cut from any sphere, whether it is a plastic, whether it is a metal, and put that spherical section into that sand so that we can make a cavity there, and after that we just heat up the glass, then we pour the glass into the this sand die, and after that after cool down that glass, we just put out that cavity and we get a spherical section glass. And that section is termed as concave or convex, depends upon the coating. If we have coat our spherical surface outside, then we call that spherical surface as concave mirror. And if we have coat that spherical surface inside, we get another type of spherical mirror which is known as convex mirror. So in convex mirror, we have coating outside and reflecting surface. Obviously, अगर बाहर से इसको कोट किया जा रहा है तो रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस कहां से बनेगी बच्चे? अंदर से. And reflecting surface inside. And for the convex mirror, we have coating inside. And similarly, a reflecting surface will be outside. तो बच्चा आज से आप ये डेफिनेशन याद नहीं रखोगे कि concave mirrors are bulged in and convex mirrors are bulged out. If आज से आप इतना याद रखोगे कि if I will tell you what kind of this mirror is, you have to ask me, sir, where you have coated this section, because this can act as concave mirror, this can act as a this convex mirror, but difference will be there when I will coat the surface. If I will coat the surface inside, it will represent the convex mirror, and if I will coat it outside, it will represent the concave mirror. Very nice. Now we have just defined the mirror, its categories, its types, and its subtypes. I think this is enough for our today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss plane mirror in detail and we'll do some numericals on plane. So Allah Hafiz for this section, and at last I will just memorize you. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon so that you could get the notification of my daily uploaded videos. Thank you. Thank you very much.